or the elite puppets, you notice that a lot of artists has a finger, one finger or a hand or whatever, covering their mouth. And it's shh, S-H-H-H, shh, hush. The reason why they doing that is because they have seen something or know something that they cannot tell. And so if they tell, they will wind up like Michael Jackson, Prince, Tupac, and a lot of other artists that begin to speak out and break the oath. Okay? So they cover their mouth, which means that is the code in masonry. That you have made an oath that you will keep silence about what you have seen, what you are learning about the New Age movement and what they're about to do in the New World Order, to a point where if you speak out, you lose your life. That's why they walk around with their finger on their mouth, hushing. Now let's go back to the photo. Now you have to realize that when the celebrities, that door right there represents entering to a fold of knowledge, which they call being illuminated. So once these celebrities go through that door of knowledge of evil, there's no turning back from that. You see, in order to become famous and rich, you have to sell your soul. And when you sell your soul to the bright and morning star, as the Freemasons call it, Lucifer, Satan, the son of the morning, you begin to be illuminated with knowledge pertaining to the New World Order or the coming of Lucifer. So this is what happened when they open that door. They sign that contract and give their life, and they really don't know what they're doing, and go through MK Ultra programming. They begin to see things. And she right now, Denise, represents the celebrities. She begin to see things. And what they see is this: how governments are combining together. The politicians are one, and they all are Luciferians. And those that stand in the way will suffer death, humiliation, deceit. They see the destruction of humanity. The zombie that you see here is the apocalypse behind war, breaking down mankind, transgender, man poisoned through mind control program to believe what they want you to believe, poisoned by air, which is chemtrails, poisoned by food. They created the outbreak of AIDS, smallpox, Ebola virus, diseases to depopulate the world, homosexuality to depopulate the world, entertainment to distract the masses and brainwash the masses so they can create thugs to annihilate the capacity of the senses, destroying morals, dumbing down the masses, creating terrorism and wars and weather, destructive weather to kill millions, unsustainable, exploitative international development which leads to massive hunger, starvation, and famine worldwide, at least 40 million deaths annually, the fomentation of war, hatred, military procedures throughout nations leading to millions of deaths worldwide, the creation and spread of infectious diseases leading to a global epidemic, plague and pestilence on tremendous scales, the buildup and use of nuclear, chemical, and biological agents, weapons and warfare, the poisoning and contamination of plants, food, and water supplies, the introduction and use of deadly pharmaceutical drugs in society, weather modification and triggering of earthquakes, volcano eruptions and tsunamis, through weapons both on Earth and space, the promotion of homosexuality to limit population growth and spreading the deadly AIDS virus, forced sterilization in countries such as China, forced vaccinations, abortions, etc. Man, the breakdown of morals and breakdown of man and his family, hunger, famine, disease, took billions of innocent lives. World War I, II, and then regimes coming up like Stalin and Hitler, Reagan and Bush took hundreds of millions. Diseases and viruses killing millions. And see, when you see this zombie, this zombie represents plague that's happening upon mankind to depopulate this world and to rule over a small amount of people in the new world order. And if you look, you see the baby carriage. Why would they show the baby carriage? Now remember, you see what they want you to see. You see what they want you to see. That baby carriage right there is symbolic to baby child sacrifice, which is an old pagan ritual that they gave the child, which symbolic to purity, which corruption have tainted the soul of the child. So they give the baby to devils and sacrifice the child. And you see here, the child with the little shoe, they showing you what they want you to see. And so the little shoe mixed with contamination and blood. So you seeing exactly what they want you to see. And then all of a sudden, you see the hush on the wall. You see the hush on the wall. So what I want you to see is the celebrity that's seeing all this, and some of them begin to have meltdowns. Some of them become conscious of what's going on. Some of them getting tired of seeing baby sacrifice, child sacrificing. They tired of eating poop, drinking urine, having sex with old men. They tired of this, giving their life to the devil. Like Chris Brown said, I'm tired of the devil taking control of my life. And so when they begin to speak out, which they told them, keep silence. So when they start speaking out, by speaking out, they will educate the masses, wake them up out of this slumberous matrix. And what happens is, they get an arrow through the eye. Through the eye. They get cut down. They get cut down. All because they refuse to let you know what they doing to you to keep you brainwashed. They get cut down.
I mean it. Are you? Do you have any clue what that was to me? What this whole thing is to me? See, I have training in this shit. I'm not making it up as I go along, like with the stitches and the surgery and the... I asked you to come with me because you're brave like my brother, and sometimes you actually make me feel safe. And I wanted you here because you're alone. Probably for the first time in your life. And because you're stronger than you think you are, which gives me hope that maybe I can be too. I could have gone with Tara. I could have told her I loved her, but I didn't. Because I was afraid. That's what's stupid. Not coming out here, not facing my shit, and it makes me sick that you guys aren't even trying, because you're strong and you're smart and you're both really good people, and if you don't wait and you're smart and you're both really good people, and if you don't wait and face your
So you notice that the last part she said was, if you don't wake up and face your, and cut it down. So this is what they're telling celebrities. If you speak too much, if you tell too much, before you get it all out, we'll cut you down. Prince began to talk about the chemtrails and things that's going on to create the New World Order. He was cut down. Michael Jackson began to speak out. He was cut down. Whitney Houston. And the list goes on and on and on. What I'm saying to you is give your life today. This world is reserved for fire. And Christ will come back and destroy those who have power to destroy the world.